Hi everyone, today I'm going to talk about the things that my daughter in heaven has shown me. And a few of these visions and experiences include other children as well. So I feel it's my duty to share these experiences, maybe in the hope to bring a little bit of comfort to other grieving parents as well. I am now 18 months into this grieving process, and as you can imagine, it has been a very, very difficult one. But next to all this pain and suffering that I'm going through, there have been very beautiful mystical experiences. And those experiences are pretty much the only reason that I am still here. Because I understand that there is this other realm and we are all connected to that and that there is a higher plan. So let's begin. One of my very first experiences that I have had with my daughter began 3 days after her passing. And this was not something that I saw, but it was something that I felt and heard. So after my daughter passed away, I tried to unalive myself because to me there was no more point in living anymore. For me, life was over. So I was in the hospital bed, and then suddenly I felt this very warm feeling in my chest. It was like my whole chest area started to burn with this warmth. And I heard my daughter's voice loud and clear, as if she was 1 or 2 meters above me. And she said very happily, "Mama." And when I heard that, of course, tears started rolling over my cheeks and I was crying. But what I also heard was this immense happiness and wonder that she was feeling. So I knew immediately in that moment that my daughter came to me while I was completely broken in every single way to show me that, hey, I am okay. I am on the other side. I am safe and happy in heaven. And that it was like a marvelous experience for her. That is exactly how she sounded. So I knew, okay, my daughter is in the right place, in a good, beautiful place called heaven. And it's amazing to experience that. And it was like the beginning of many, many other things. But today I will focus more on the visions and the bits and pieces of heaven. So what happened afterwards was that a week or two later, it was actually my neighbor, who is a very spiritual guy himself. He was the one who found me after what I had done. And he was the one that has saved my life. So there is quite a deep connection that we share. And after I was released from the hospital, my neighbor came to me and shared the vision that he had. And this was a vision that he received very clearly in the moment just before falling asleep. I call that the in-between space. And that is where messages from the afterlife can come to you very clearly. This was the first time that he had experienced it, so he was really overwhelmed with what just had happened. So what did my neighbor, the one who saved me, share? So what he saw was this beautiful vision. It was my daughter showing him that she was alive and playing, and there were many, many, many other children there, all kinds of ages and backgrounds, and she was just surrounded with so many children, boys and girls, and they were all dressed up in whatever they wanted. And the most curious thing is that the way he described what my daughter was wearing, and also a few of the superhero costumes that other children were wearing, it was so specific, and those were actually her favorite ones in the last weeks, months of her life. And he had no way of knowing that unless she had shown him. So that is what also confirmed to me that how could he have known those details? It was impossible. So the only way was if my daughter would have shown him. So then I tried to help her to get off a rock because all these children were just climbing and running around and having an amazing time. And she showed to my neighbor that, look how many friends I have. And she was so happy and ecstatic with all the friends that she was playing with in heaven. And at some point, I tried to help her get off one of these rocks, and she said that, "You don't have to help me, Mama, I'm okay, and I will always be here, and I will always be waiting for you." And when he told me those words, that was her message, of course, I completely broke down, and it's still to this day. When I heard it, I knew it was the truth, but it is so deeply emotional. But that is also what I want to give to the other parents as well, or even to other people who just have lost another family member, right? It's not just only our children, but this is for all the people that you lose. They are always there. They are safe. They are happy. They can do whatever they want to do. Things manifest for them with just a thought. We here on earth have to work a very long time to get things done, but there they think of it, they can imagine it, and it's there at once. So whatever your loved one loves to do on earth, that is also what they are doing in heaven. So then I will tell you about a few visions that I have had myself. I receive predictive visions that will happen in the future, and this is one of the reasons why I knew for 3 years that my daughter would pass away. And it was a very difficult one to carry because I just couldn't believe it, but I knew it would happen. So you can see this also in my first video that I have made on this channel. But anyways, I also receive other visions of what she is doing up there. And what she has shown me, and this is maybe also interesting for other parents to hear, is that our children are still going to kind of a school. My daughter has shown me herself with a backpack and that she is going to this white building. And later I would see a vision where we were inside this building. So I immediately understood that it was a school. So our children are learning, but they are not learning the things that we are learning here. They are learning more about unconditional love and compassion and all those kind of things, about what actually matters in life, let's say. She has shown me that she was going to school, and in that case, she was accompanied by her guardian angel. And I was surprised to see that her guardian angel was still involved in her life, because we all have a guardian angel and they are with us 24/7. But her guardian angel is also with her there in the other realm. And that means that your child who has had a guardian angel here on earth is still accompanied by the guardian angel on the other side. And when I asked her that, hey, everything goes telepathically, you don't speak with words on the other side, it's just a thought and you can hear it like voices. So when I asked her that, hey, do you feel safe with this guardian angel? Because I had never seen her. I know my guardian angel, I see mine, but I never saw hers. And she just jumped right into the arms of that angel and said yes. And so our children feel very safe and protected with their angels. And then she went off to school. And in another vision, I was standing there suddenly in this school building, in a classroom, surrounded with tables and the chairs. And the whole group of kids entered. And these children were between 4 and 7 years old, a variety of children, and they were so happily playing and running around, and it was quite a chaotic scene, and I was just witnessing it as it was unfolding. And in these visions, I don't have control, so it just happens and I am there. And these children, they were accompanied by 2 angels, and these were female angels, and it seemed as if they were the teachers almost, and trying to guide this group of children that were just having fun and laughing and playing, and they tried to keep them a little bit more calm and regulated. And what is very interesting is that I suddenly saw that my daughter has grown a little. When I looked at my daughter's face and I started to speak with her, I saw that her face had changed. Her face was a bit more oval shaped, her eyes were a bit bigger, and her hair was a little bit darker. And I was quite taken aback. I thought she was the most beautiful girl that I have ever seen in my life, but it also shocked me a little bit because I thought, I didn't realize that you are still growing up in heaven. And when I hear other near-death experiences, there have been only a few that have described their children that have passed when they met them on the other side, that they also had grown up a little bit, but they grow slowly, slowly. They are existing outside of this time and space reality. Yeah, your child is going there to school. It is learning things. It is literally doing and creating what they want. And they're also growing up a little bit. So their looks are changing slowly, but of course you will recognize your child at once, like you would do here on Earth, because it's also a soul-to-soul connection, right? So, yeah, it was beautiful to see. And what was even more interesting was that I only told this to one friend because I have had so many experiences by now that I just stopped telling people all the time. And then one of my best friends, like a half year later, called me and said, hey, I had this very, very vivid dream. And it was me and my child and my best friend. We were with the three of us, and we had the best time like we also used to before. And she suddenly started to explain to me that, yeah, it was so interesting because it looked like Lumi, my daughter, had grown a little bit. Her face was a bit shaped differently, more oval, and her eyes were a bit bigger. And I said, excuse you? Really? Oh my goodness. Like, that is exactly how I saw her that half year before. And it was like mind-blowing for the both of us, because the way she described it was literally how I described her. And yeah, so my daughter had shown herself to my friend as well in how she just is now currently, a little girl who has grown up a little bit. So it was a confirmation of my experience. I think these are now the visions that I wanted to share with you. And maybe I can close it off with that our pets that have passed away, that are part of our family, also in the afterlife, that when somebody passes, if it's your child or your parent or sibling, that they are also connected with the pets. So I have seen my daughter with my dog that I used to have also when she was alive, and they are very happily together. So they exist in a bit of other realms, so they're not all the time together, but they can find each other when they want to. So she has shown me that, yes, I'm sometimes with my or our dog, Jack, and that he's also doing very well. So I hope that you know that our deceased pets are also very happily in heaven, usually with the other animals. But sometimes they can be together with our relatives as well. So anyways, this was then the video. I hope that maybe it can give you a little bit of comfort or hope or some understanding. And of course, if you want to know more, and there are so many books written about this. You can read The Journey of Souls or Life After Life, but you can also look up near-death experiences on YouTube, for example, because there are thousands and thousands, and it's all real. I had one myself as well, and I can tell you that the other side is very real, the spiritual world is very real, and our loved ones are in a beautiful place. Anyways, I will see you in the next video, and take care and God bless.